Winds probably close. Yeah, they have it under severe criteria, up to 50 miles per hour, which matches up with radar pretty well. Perhaps maybe a little bit stronger right in there, just to the west of Cometsburg there, right on state line south of State Road 24. We have a little bit of a brighter pocket there of winds here. Again, we're using the airport radar, and airport radars are really nice just because you can get a really nice look really low to the ground. You can get a lot lower of a cross section than you can even with the National Weather Service radar a little bit further back here that we use here in Pittsburgh. Let's go to another product here to see what our updraft is doing here for hail at this time. Here we go. Again, not really seeing too much in terms of that, which is good. Switch products here. Go right in here. Give me 1 second here. I do want to switch products here. Bear with me here real quick. I just got to switch a couple things around here. Here we go. I just switched radar products here. I want to look at another thing. Yeah, here we go. So a little bit of an updraft there. Again, not a lot. No significant indication of any real large hail with this. I'd say your biggest threat with this is your wind, and that's largely because of this bowed out front here. See that, how it's kind of bowed out a little bit? Have a little bit of a kink here, and then a bowed out. So this is more of a line of storms versus an individual cell. So probably more of a wind threat associated with this versus hail. If we were to see a little bit deeper of colors here, more your greens and yellows, that would be more indicative of hail. But nonetheless, probably your best shot of hail right up there, probably between the Satin area in New Cumberland and Toronto, right in the center of the warning text here, where you can see some deeper blues there. Perhaps maybe some pea-sized hail associated with this. So something to keep an eye on here as we go throughout the next few minutes here. And again, for areas outside of the severe thunderstorm warning, we have a blanket special weather statement, which is for winds up to 50 miles per hour and pea-sized hail, which matches up with radar very well. So, and I would say probably the winds is probably the biggest risk associated with this thunderstorm here, looking at the latest radar guidance here. Again, we'll switch back to reflectivity here. And again, you can kind of see those brighter greens there right on the leading edge, just to the east of Toronto, right at state line here, between East Liverpool and Weirton there. You can kind of see where those winds are kind of gusting out a little bit. So more of a gustier storm versus a hail maker, but nonetheless, they do have a severe thunderstorm warning on it for the next 23 minutes for quarter-size hail and winds of 50 miles per hour. Here comes your next stand, and it is moving at a pretty good clip too. Your bulk of your gust front is now into Pennsylvania and out of the state of Ohio. Again, they have this moving east at 50 miles an hour. So yeah, pretty decently sized, fast-moving storm here. With the bulk of the heavier rain here, right up here between Toronto and East Liverpool, that's where your heaviest rain is associated with that. And you can see here's your hail core right in here, just on the other side of state line here. So it is in western Pennsylvania here is where that hail core is, coming up to Frankfort Springs, right there on the state line, just to the east of Toronto, Ohio, and New Cumberland, Ohio. Again, if we zoom out here, you can kind of see where we're at. We're in very far eastern Ohio here, just outside of Pittsburgh is where this severe thunderstorm warning is. Again, we'll see on here for a little bit longer here, but again, we like to cover severe thunderstorm warnings in Ohio, Indiana, and southern Michigan here. Again, the worst of the hail core is just on the other side of state line, and again, it's not a huge hail core. So really, I mean, looking at this, it would really suggest maybe some pea-sized hail. I don't really see anything much more significant than that. If we had deeper colors such as greens, yellows, especially reds, pinks, and whites, these colors right in here, those are really what you want to see for a much stronger updraft, capable of producing those larger hailstones. But nonetheless, we have a severe thunderstorm tag on this for quarter-size hail and 50 miles per hour winds. And you can notice right in here the text here, radar indicated. So radar indicated this. And there you can kind of track your hail core here. Much stronger western Ohio, right over here, and then it's weakened just a little bit as it approached state line. So we were a little bit stronger over here near Leesville and looks like Bowerston here a few minutes ago. And then now the bulk of it is now moving into Pennsylvania. Again, we'll switch back to what we call base reflectivity or base velocity here. This is what we use to look at our gust front here. And again, you can kind of see how it's bowed out a little bit. You see those brighter greens there on the leading edge, moving into Pittsburgh right now as we speak, on the suburbs here, coming into Findlay Township, Santiago, here in the next couple of minutes here. But for those of you curious there, for the rest of Ohio, you guys are in the clear, especially east or west of Columbus here. Really, if you draw a line from Akron to Lancaster and points west, you guys are in the clear. Again, nothing is going on here anymore. All of the thunderstorms have moved out of the area. There's just nothing on radar anymore. This is really the only thing that's left of the thunderstorms that we've had here today. So that is some good news. Once this finishes moving out, we should be in the clear region-wide for the rest of tonight. And then going into tomorrow, we're going to have some gusty winds across the entire region, including Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan. Winds could gust 30 to 50 miles per hour, with the strongest winds associated across central and northern Indiana and northwest Ohio. We could have some winds gusting in excess of 50 miles per hour for those locations, including far southeast lower Michigan too. We could have some stronger winds in that vicinity as well. So something to watch as we go into tomorrow. Again, wind advisories are in effect across the majority of the region, and we do expect more to be issued overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So a big wind maker coming tomorrow, and that'll warm our temperatures up too. Temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, as well as upper 40s across Michigan as well. So central and lower Michigan will get a little bit warmer as well. So something to watch here as we go into tomorrow. But we'll hang out here for a couple more minutes here to let this precipitation fully move here out of the state. But again, this is the only severe thunderstorm warning that we are watching, and I believe it's the only severe thunderstorm warning in the lower 48 right now as we speak, and it is. You have some flood alerts here in the green. A lot of hydrological alerts up here. That's a fancy term for just watching the snow melt up there. I guess it's a flood advisory. Really warm spring-like temperatures have melted a lot of snowpack up there in Montana. So definitely starting to feel like spring here across the region. And again, here's your gust front here now moving into Moon Township, really coming up on the airport radar here. So what we're seeing here is probably pretty accurate in terms of winds that we have on the ground, probably right around the 30 to 45 miles per hour right now. So it does look to be weakening. We'll see what they do here with the warning, if they cancel it and keep the special weather statement, or if they keep the severe thunderstorm warning here as it continues to move out of Ohio and into eastern or western Pennsylvania. But again, the worst of the winds is currently in Pennsylvania and out of Ohio, and the worst of the storm is out of Ohio as well and into Pennsylvania. Here's another look from a different radar product here, and there you can kind of see where the worst of the hail core is across state lines and into western Pennsylvania. And as we you can kind of see where your gust front is. Not a real pronounced gust front, but more like bits and pieces of pockets of stronger winds that are mixing down towards the ground. Right in there, there's a pocket, just sporadic gusts, really, of 40 to 45 miles per hour is what we're looking at there. And as we go to look at the hail again here to see what our updraft is doing, again, very, very weak, probably pea-size hail, maybe some dimes mixed in there. But nothing as pronounced as to what it was back in here across eastern Ohio. So the good news is we are weakening here with this system or this storm. And that's really been the trend here throughout much of today. There's just enough instability left in the atmosphere to allow these updrafts to rapidly intensify, produce some hail before weakening and collapsing in on themselves. So that's really what we see here. It's more of a sporadic event versus a long-lived severe weather event. So good news here. But we'll stay on here for a few more minutes here until this severe thunderstorm warning is canceled or trimmed to not include Ohio at this time. But again, Toronto, you guys are not in the hail risk anymore, but currently getting some thunder and lightning. If you look right there, there's a couple lightning bolts there just west of town. So there is some thunder and lightning within this storm here. But the good news is it has weakened, and it's really just a heavy rain threat at this point in time. Maybe some gusty winds to perhaps 30 to 40 miles an hour on the leading edge. But the majority of the stronger winds are into Pennsylvania right now at this time. But behind that, we got some heavy rain and perhaps maybe some pea-sized hail mixing in. But the biggest risk of hail is right here near Frankfort Springs on the other side of the Ohio border into Pennsylvania. Maybe some pea-sized hail right in there where those darker blues are. That's where your strongest updraft is right there. And that lines up really well on radar here. You can see those brighter reds there, right around Frankfort Springs there, right on the county line is where that hail core is right now. That prompted the warning when it was in Ohio. It now has entered the state of Pennsylvania. So good news for Ohio. The severe risk should be done across the entire region once this storm here moves across into Pennsylvania. So, but if I'm being completely honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised to see them honestly cancel this warning here, just because from what I see, it looks like it's weakened significantly and does not look to be severe criteria at this time. We'll go back to wind velocity here. Not really seeing a whole lot. Again, just bits and pockets of sporadic wind gusts, perhaps maybe to 30 to 45 miles an hour. But it does look to be sub-severe at this time, which is good news, especially if we move into a more populated area, moving into the suburbs of Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, and there we go. The severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled with a special weather statement remaining here for hail down to 1/4 of an inch and wind gusts of 50 miles an hour, still moving east at 40 miles an hour. So again, there's your strongest gust front here. It has moved into Pennsylvania here. Your hail core has weakened. So the good news is there is no longer a severe threat across Ohio here for the remainder of the night. We'll kind of switch radars here, and I'll show you around the state. We'll go to Wilmington's radar here. Again, a few light showers around the Dayton area, but no thunderstorms at this time. Go to Cleveland's radar. Again, nothing behind this batch of rain here. This is really the last of the thunderstorms that we have here in the entire region today. So it's pretty safe to say the severe threat is over here for the Great Lakes region here today. There we go. And here you can see all these brown boxes here. These are actually all the wind advisories that are in effect right now, that go into effect tomorrow morning, rather. Right now, they're for southwest winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 55 miles per hour expected. So again, really windy conditions expected tomorrow as we go throughout the day here tomorrow. But again, right now, the severe threat has officially ended here for the entire Great Lakes region, and that includes all of Ohio and Indiana. The severe threat is over as this batch of rain has officially now moved into western Pennsylvania. So with that being said, we'll probably hop out of here. Again, if we do have another storm pop up with a severe thunderstorm warning, we will go live. However, I don't see that happening here as a severe threat looks to have ended here across the region. So with that being said here, guys, we'll pop out of here, and we will see you next time.